Hello everybody and welcome to this video. This is one of my first videos ever. I am super excited today. Today we'll be doing redrawing Wings of Fire characters in my art style. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first dragon I'm going to be doing is Queen Glory of the Rain Wings. First off, as you can see, I start with the snout and just make the shape of Queen Glory's head. The horns and the frill were really hard to figure out. It just kept looking wrong. And I tried adding little spines, which I ended up removing, and I added a little ear. I added a fang and kept going with the neck and removed the spines because I didn't like them. The neck ended up being a little bit fatter. Then I tried to make the mouth open, but just failed, so I made it closed. The eye was definitely difficult. I couldn't make it look good, and I think I did, but I don't know. Then there's this blue bit that I did, and then the horn, and then I moved on to the blue-green bit, which I think I made too blue. But then the frill worked out, and then the underbelly, and you can see I made it a little bit too green, but I actually ended up liking it. And yeah, there's just coloring the teeth. And then I did a little bit more with the eyes and stuff to make it look better. I still don't know how much I like it, but I think it worked. And then I decided to go under the eye too, which I think made her look sleepy. And then the yellow dots. And then next I had to do it on the neck also, along with green, which I think was maybe the best part. I think I did the colors of that pretty well. And then the yellow on the neck, I tried doing dots, but then ended up to lines. And then I just finished up by adding spines to the back of it. And then I just went through and colored them red. Next, I added touch-ups to the frill, and then I was done. And here's the final drawing with the rainforest background. Don't mind it being tilted, it's really annoying. But I think she looks way tireder than I tried to, but I think she's still good nonetheless. And now let's move on to the next dragon. And next up is Starfly of the Night Wings. Okay, so here I'm starting out with Starflight's snout and moving on to his horn and ear. And next I go on to a different approach for the mouth, which I think is way better than Glory's, and then continue on with the neck. Little touch up with the snout. And now my favorite part, his eyes. I failed the first couple of times, but then did it. And then this little top part, which I think is good. And then his muzzle bit. And colored it in. Same up there. And then I started on his underbelly and colored everything and did this cool design, I think. And then colored his eyes and made them shiny. Then did his horn, which, I don't know, it just wouldn't color, it was weird. And then his ear, which I think looks good maybe. And then I did a little bit more shading to the eye, which I think looks really good. And now here is the final product. I think he's way cuter than Glory, and he might just be my favorite in this whole video. And now in this video, we're only doing 3 dragons. There will be part 2. And so let's move on to the third and final dragon. And the last dragon we're going to be doing is Princess Tsunami of the Sea Wings. So for this one, I started out like all the others, starting with the nose, and then I tried to make the mouth open, which actually was working good this time, except I did redo it, which I don't like the redo, so then I fixed it a little bit, and it worked out. And then her horn and her ear, and then moving on to her neck and her underbelly. And then her eyes need to look really fierce. The way I made her mouth open doesn't look super fierce, but whatever. And then I added that part on the nose. And then obviously fangs because, yeah. And then a tongue. And then that little beard thingy. And then colored it. And then the bioluminescent scales were a little bit tricky, but I was able to do them. And they go over the eye too, and right there. And then I had to do it on the neck, which I kept making too big, which wasn't very good, but yeah. And then I add the lines or gills, and then the eyes need to look fierce, but they didn't. And then the tongue, and then the pink ear, and then the chin, and just a little bit of shading and stuff. And just trying to make those bioluminescent scales better. And then here you go, Princess Tsunami of the Sea Wings in her full glory. I think she looks pretty good, but not as good as Starfly, but definitely better than Glory. I really like the glowing scales, and yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would really love if you subscribed and liked, because this video took like 5 hours to make. If not, that's okay too. I really hope you guys did enjoy it though, because it was really fun to make and really fun to film and stuff. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye everybody!